a lot of people, a lot of women are not educated on fibroid tumors. They don't know the options, right? Like I wasn't, right? A lot of now, this was a while ago. So back then they would either do a C-section, which if you know what a C-section is, it's pretty much when you have a baby and they cut your lower stomach out to take out these tumors. It's a big surgery. It's a big recovery. Or sometimes they recommend a hysterectomy. If you have a hysterectomy, you have all your women's stuff out. You can't have kids. Your hormones change after that. There's all these things, right? But back then, that's all the doctors were really offering. So I had agreed to a C-section at the time because that's the doctors, that's what they told me. I didn't know much. I wasn't as educated as I am on fibroid tumors as I am now. So I was ready, all scheduled to get a C-section before I'd even have kids, anything. Like, it's like you're giving birth, you know? And luckily, and I really believe in faith in the universe and God, someone put someone in my life that said, hey, I know this doctor that does this thing called a laparoscopic myomectomy. It's a non-invasive, it's not a C-section. You should go in and see him. And I'm like, okay, I mean, anything's better. Do you want me to get him offset?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Sorry, my dog is acting crazy right now. So I went and saw him. Well, first of all, it was really hard to get an appointment with him because he was one of the very few surgeons at the time in San Diego that did these laparoscopic myomectomies. He tells me, yes, he can do them. So I was kind of upset because my other doctor never even told me that there was an option for a less invasive procedure. All they told me was that it was a C-section or a hysterectomy, right? And I was like, what? There's doctors that do laparoscopic myomectomies? Like, what is that? Now, what I've learned from now is that at the time, and there's more doctors that do them now, it's a highly skilled surgeon that has to do them. There's not a lot of people that do them. A lot of doctors are not trained to do that. So and I'm not saying doctors are bad. I'm just saying that realize they're people and that they have different skill levels. And sometimes, and they get paid for surgeries a shitload of money, okay? So why would they refer you to somebody else? It's just like anything else. And again, I've met some great doctors, but I was kind of upset. Like, why wasn't I even told that, hey, this is a possibility if you go find a doctor that can do it? I didn't know. Thankfully, I scheduled my first, I canceled my first doctor, and which, by the way, she was really nice and whatever. She probably just never went through the training to know how to do a laparoscopic myomectomy. Her thing was a C-section. Also, the bigger your tumors get, some doctors don't want to do it because they're scared to do it. Like, they just C-section's easier, right? But if you can find a really skilled doctor like I did, Dr. Craig Saffer in San Diego, he did it. I mean, they were huge. So luckily I was able to get an appointment with him. They took out the tumors and I had just 5 little scars on my stomach. It was a quicker recovery. Right. It's still a major surgery, just so people know. But the first thing I wanted to talk about is that that's an option. A lot of people don't know that when you get fibroid tumors, they think it's just a C-section or hysterectomy. No, you can get a laparoscopic myomectomy, and they have ablations. They have a bunch of other stuff now that you can do.